We live, baby.
Live.
Friday night lights. Lights have been shut off. Everybody, all the scores them been tallied up. Players are hitting me up asking for their pictures and their videos after the game. They don't wait till I get situated first, so
It is. What a night it was there. I mean, 14 games tonight. We'll go over the scores, see if there was any upsets. There were some great games back and forth, and then some other lopsided games there. But I guess the top story is Hancock remains undefeated, 7-0. So they took care of West Harrison. So that was a good showing there by Hancock, and West Harrison was hanging with them there for a little bit until they pulled away in the second half. And but yes, we can go over the scores and ask the people to. I'm going to go on Twitter and Facebook and share the live stream, and people can ask questions and all that. So whatever you want to do, you want to go over the scores real quick?
Yeah. Let me get the live on Facebook up and going real quick.
Yeah, that's how we get to grow this post game. We had a pregame earlier. There, I see it on Twitter. Man, I got a face for radio. I tell you that. I don't need to be on live. I think I'm gonna come up with something.
Yeah.
To cover up my face.
Man.
I'm not usually seen.
So you ghost.
But you let me know whenever that we're ready.
Oh yeah, we good now.
All right. I'm tweeting this out, or X, however you want to do it. All right, game. We got we'll go over all 15 games. Of course, the 15th game was last night with Poplarville and Picayune. But in the 1A class, we'll go 1A up to 7A. 1A Resurrection, they were already 1-0. They went to Enterprise Lincoln, and they were 0-1. Resurrection came out with the win, 36 to 6. The Eagles beat Enterprise Lincoln. I had that game 33-16. Resurrection. So a nice win there for Resurrection, 2-0 in region play. That's how you want to start out. We're going to move up to 4A. St. Patrick, 0-1, went to West Marion, who was 1-0. West Marion had lost 12 of the last 14 games played overall. I had St. Patrick. West Marion took care of the Fighting Irish 40-7. So St. Patrick moves to 0-1 in region play. The other 3A team from the coast is St. Stanislaus, 10th ranked. This was their first region game. Had Tylertown at home, and this was the first matchup. The Rockachaws came out. They were leading 6-0 at halftime. It's like I had projected a 42-19 Rockachaws win, so I didn't think it was going to necessarily be as close as it was, but it was 6-0 at halftime. Rockachaws ended up winning 23-6. So Rockachaws moved to 1-0 in that 3A class there. We'll move up to the 4A, where, again, just to go over Thursday, Poplarville defeated Pass Christian 31-23. I had Pass Christian in that game. That was one of the 3 losses that I took for this week. So we'll see how they rebound there, Poplarville and Pass Christian. As next week, if we want a quick look at it, where are we at here? Tylertown's at Poplarville. That's a non-region game. Moss Point goes to Pass Christian next week, and Greene County is at Bay High. So that is next week for those teams there. And speaking of Bay High, Moss Point, that game was back and forth, getting updates, and Moss Point led 14-0 at halftime. Bay High squeaked out a win there with less than 10 seconds left in the game or so. 37-34. Bay High moves to 1-0 in region play. Moss Point now drops to 0-2 in that 4A class there for the coast. In the 5A, we have Laurel that was 1-5, but their opponents were 29-6 in that non-region games. At Stone, I watched that game. It was 6-6. Both missed the extra point at halftime. It came down. They stopped Laurel. Stone did. Stone had it down at the 19-yard line. Tice, the great quarterback, went out on the play. He made a tackle, or he got tackled, out of bounds. He wasn't in the next play. So bring in Jalen Collins on a 4th down and 6 yards at the 19-yard line, down by 6. And the game on the line. That was it. Jalen Collins throws a pass to Willie Breland. I mean, it was in the end zone, and what a catch, Willie Breland, and what a night for Breland. Caught that touchdown. He also had 2 interceptions for Stone. Unfortunately, they were on the losing end. They went for the 2 points to tie the game. Not second-guessing the officials, but it looked like he might have been in, or they blew it before he got in. Regardless, Laurel did win tonight, 14-12 against Stone. Both of them in their first region game. So Golden Tornadoes 1-0, Stone 0-1. Van Cleve went to Gaucher, and they were trailing 13-0 at halftime. And then all of a sudden they came back and they were winning 14-13 late in that game. I believe there was rain there. I didn't see any video of it, but I did hear that they was raining. But the Gators came out ahead and win 25-14. Gaucher defeats Van Cleve. That, again, both teams first region game, so you could do the math there. 1-0, 0-1. The other 5A team, Wayne County, 1-4 at East Central, 2-3, the first region game, and Wayne County came out on top there, 37-14. I had East Central winning that game, so that is the second loss out of 15 that I had taken for tonight. And we moved to the third-ranked Hancock Hawks in the 6A class, and they went to 10th-ranked West Harrison, who was 4-1. This is each of their first region game. 28-14 at halftime. The Hawks were leading. They ended up winning 42-26. Dylan Moran had a great game. He did throw his second interception on the season. That's pretty impressive there through 7 games, throwing just a second interception. But the Hawks won handily, moved to 7-0, 1-0 in region play. And, of course, they have that matchup of great teams next week as George County and Deuce Knight travel to Hancock next week. And speaking of Deuce Knight, you were at that game, Bingo. Long Beach 2-4, George County 4-2, ranked 5th on the coast, and it was 48-0 at halftime. And as I told you in the text, George County got shut out in the second half. Yeah. They won 48-7 with the running clock. They did win 48-7 over Long Beach to move them 1-0. Long Beach goes 0-1, and I know we'll talk about more of that game here as we're just going through the scores. Forest Hill, PRC, first region game, PRC on that 9-game losing streak. They were actually winning earlier in the game. They were trailing 23-15 at halftime. They came back only to lose 30-27 against Forest Hill. PRC now 10 losses in a row, 0-1 in region play. And the last 6A team there, Picayune at Pascagoula. I did watch that game on the live stream, and it was pouring down rain. I mean, you had a lot of miscues there as expected, a safety, a pick, a fumble, scoop and score. It was 30-8 Picayune at halftime, and then Picayune went on to win 51-14. So after losing 2 weeks ago, Goshen Springs, Picayune is back getting it done in the winning ways. The last 3 games, you move up to the 7A class. 6th-ranked Harrison Central 4-1 at St. Martin, who's 0-5. They're struggling. They have the coast's longest losing streak at 12 games. I was getting updates. It was 7-7 at halftime. Yeah. I projected a 44-29 Harrison Central win. It was 7-7 at halftime. Then I'm looking, St. Martin's winning. And then the final score that I see, Harrison Central wins 17-13. And I like to see some highlights on that to see how it came down at the end. But St. Martin, I mean, they given their struggles on defense, to hold Harrison Central just to 17 points. But the Rebels did win, and I had the Rebels again winning that game. The Gulfport, 7th-ranked, hosting Biloxi, the 9th-ranked team. Gulfport, I turned that on. In their first possession, they scored. It was 35-0 at halftime. Gulfport, they went on to win 42-0 shutting out Biloxi, and I'll have to look and see, and that'll be on my hot or not tomorrow. When the last time Gulfport shut somebody out, or when Biloxi was shut out, I'll have to give time to look at that. But the last game, the number one team on the coast, Ocean Springs, after losing the first game of the season, now have reeled off 5 wins in a row, and their defense is there. They did beat D'Iberville. They were leading 43-7 at halftime, and that's what they got shut out the second half. If I wrote that down right, they won 43-13 over D'Iberville. So Ocean Springs goes to 1-0, and of course D'Iberville drops to 0-1, and that's your. I missed 3 games. I went 12-3, but I don't think there's really any surprises there. If you want to touch on any game that you want to, you're at the Georgia County game, of course, and showed that interception that you had. I'm sure people will see that on video.
Yeah, man, like you said, the game was, it started out, what it was going to be. Like, George County is showing how loaded they are and how talented they are. And Long Beach, they still, they're still showing progress. Winning 2 games, winning their first game was progress, but winning 2, they already exceeded my expectations. So, coming in, the best thing for them to do was just try to just compete. And it was hard to do that with a loaded George County team that shut them out. It really would have been a shutout, but the JV ended up giving up the touchdown to
Junior Brown?
Yeah, Junior Brown. He found his way in there. He snuck up in there. But
I like that.
Yeah, Deuce had 4 touchdowns, but I think they called 1 back, so we may have had three passing touchdowns. He had a rushing touchdown, so he had a rushing touchdown. The man trucking people out there, running over folks, man, like Jared Lorenz from Kentucky. Marlon Odom. Man, let's talk about Marlon Odom. The 3-star athlete, all right, he didn't get selected for neither of the MSA, Mississippi High School Athletic Association bowl games. Of course, the Mississippi Al and the Bernard Blackwell Classic. I thought he probably had a shot at making the Bernard Blackwell Classic, and he don't make neither, but that ain't the end, because there's still bowl game. I mean, all-star games to play out there. You have the Magnolia Sports Association. You have that's the only one I know. But you have the preps. I think that's the only one I know. But the man caught a one-handed 97-yard interception and took it all the way back to the house. He plays both sides of the football. He starts on offense, defense, and special teams, and he is dominant at both of them. He does what we talk about, huh?
What does he play on offense?
Wide receiver.
But is this the player that went with Deuce that left? Okay, because I was saying if it was, then obviously that's the reason why he probably didn't get selected, because he had left. But You're saying no, this ain't the player. And yes, I've seen that video where it was that one-handed, and yes, it is unfortunate that he didn't get selected. I know there's several players, even the team that you're going against next week, Hancock, with their running back, Zachary, Goulon,
right,
he gets selected. So maybe with this Magnolia Bowl that he'll get selected. I mean, we're gonna shine the light on as much.
We're gonna push for it. We got to keep tagging his like the Magnolia Sports Association is having nominees. You can go onto their on their page, and coaches can submit their nominations in. I'm pretty sure Coach Ray is on that. We got to get our kids in these shows, like these events. We have to now. They're like, as the CEO of the Magnolia Sports Association, Curious Striblin, say, we looking for the best of the rest, and that's what he's looking for. And I feel like Marlon Odom is one of them. He's a 3-star athlete in the state. He has offers, D1 offers. He has JUCO offers, and he don't get selected for and he's leading the coast or maybe the state in interception. He has 5 interceptions.
Man,
I think 2 of them are pick 6. Then I ain't even brought up his punt return yards, all-purpose punt return, kick return yard, or his receiving yard. He got receiving touchdown. He caught the game-winning receiving touchdown in the Wayne County overtime game. He caught the first play of the game last week from Deuce touchdown. Like, we don't talk about players like that though, but that's why we got this platform. Cause Uncle Bingo gonna make sure these players get their recognition they deserve.
Yes, that's what it definitely sounds like. That, like I say, I shared that video that was put out there that you shared on that one hand interception, and so I would think hopefully he can get on that Magnolia All-Star game. So yes, that as you can see, Bazz is asking y'all still on. Yeah, we're still on. Or he don't know because he can't see the live stream, but yeah. And hopefully he can get on here. But as far as the scores tonight, though, what score? I mean, like say with Gulfport shutting out Biloxi, that's kind of surprising that Biloxi got shut out. I mean, not even.
What I tell you earlier, I said Blake Pinnock do not lose after bye week. You fact checked that stats back. You fact checked it, and what was your answer?
Yeah, I did. He even at Pass Christian, he's only had I think what we say 2 or 3, maybe 3 at the most. So, because 2020 he didn't have a bye week. That was a COVID year. And last year, Ocean Springs, he was Ocean Springs for 3 years and 1 year at Pass Christian. But yes, the answer is correct. He has not lost after a bye week, and that's one of the teams. Biloxi played last week, and they won on the road, which they had trouble winning on the road. They stopped their 4-game road losing streak. And they won in Mobile against a team that was struggling. They did what they needed to do. So I figured they had the confidence. I didn't think they would win at Gulfport, but I figured at least that they would score. So does that tell the teams that took a week off to prepare, at least in that matchup, it showed that Gulfport, I guess you want to say, is rested, and Biloxi played last week and didn't put up any points tonight. Not saying they didn't put up effort. They most definitely, had effort. I had that game up watching it on the live stream. Gulfport defense, there was some mistakes, interception, and Gulfport got it done there. And then Ocean Springs, their opening drive, you had the young man, they made his first, he touched the ball first of the game. The running back for Ocean Springs, he finally made it.
Teron Whitehead.
Yes, he ran it all the way in Diablo territory to the opening kickoff back, and that was all she wrote. I mean, they took it, took it to the house as far as the Greyhounds, and their defense was there. D'Iberville, they had some good plays. Again, they were trying to slow it down, but that defense for Ocean Springs there's just too much there for them. So, so that was as we bring in Bazz, if he's still celebrating the Gulfport win, as he's a Gulfport fan, and I don't see him in there yet, but. Again, the other games, Harrison Central, that was a surprise. Not a surprise they won, but 17-13 against Ocean Spring, against St. Martin, that's struggled all year defensively. But again, it's a region game, and you kind of, maybe all those non-region games, built them up for this one, and they almost pulled out that victory against Harrison Central.
Yeah.
I'm looking at their loss. I mean, they've given up 42, 30, 42, 54, 42. That's the defense for the Yellow Jackets tonight. Just 17 points. So, that's there. As Bazz upside down? Is that what? His mic's off. There you go.
I'm here, fellas. I'm here.
Celebrating that. You got that Admiral on. He's still. We were just talking, of course, about the Admirals and how surprised. I watched it on the live stream, not play by play, but for them to shut out Biloxi like that. You were there, Bob. You seen it? Look at
this man here,
man. Yeah, Matt. I heard you talk about them Admirals, man. Region play really what it matters. We dropped a couple of them. I still feel good with Coach Pennick and the staff has done this evening, but no, I'm just playing around. Y'all know me. I'm just joking.
Did you see it again? I didn't watch it, but I watched Biloxi.
Yeah, man. It seemed like Biloxi just couldn't get it going. And Coach Pennick and the Admirals, they had everything just rolling. Everything was just rolling, man. They scored 35 points in a half, and it really was 21-0 in the first quarter, end of the first quarter. So Biloxi kind of got in a hole and just really couldn't get out of it. And then when that mercy rule came after that 42-0, so the clock just kind of ran. That's why the game was over so quick.
Yes.
Which I kind of understand that now in high school. There ain't no need for you to stop the clock like that when it's when the other team doesn't have any momentum. And I mean, Coach French, them they'll bounce back, man. It's a first district game. You want to win them, but they'll bounce back for sure, man. I'm not even worried about that. But
Yeah.
I am happy that my Admirals won.
Yeah, happy birthday to Coach Finch, man. On Coach Finch for his birthday today. He got him
Yeah,
big old L.
Coach French, we love you, but you're gonna have to get some
Yeah.
milk today. You're gonna have to drink some milk, as Bingo say.
You gotta get some milk today, Coach, for your birthday. Some milk with your cake.
Man.
The last shutout of Biloxi was November. I guess it must have been a playoff game because it's showing November 2nd of 2020 was the last time Biloxi was shut out. Of course, Gulfport, when the last time they shut out a team in week 1 of this year, they shut out. So it had been.
Matt, I want to give you something too. I want to ask you a question. When was Biloxi last shutout against Gulfport? Come on now, talk to me. Let me see if you know something.
I can look that now. Again, this website, as long as it's updated, I could definitely look that up in a matter of here in a couple of seconds. But
I know when because I was in the game.
When?
I want to see if my guy know. I want to see my guy Matt know. Let me see.
Yeah,
I done got him tonight, Bazz. You missed it.
What?
I got one. He got me. I got fact checked by Matt, and I was right. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no, the last time was 2015.
Oh,
that was a lot. They lost 27-0. Biloxi lost. So that was what you were asking, right? Gulfport shut out Biloxi in 2015.
2015. I think that was my last year coaching.
Was it 2015? And then it went down to 2009. They shut them out 35-0. But Biloxi.
That was my first year coaching.
Yeah, that was in.
Man, hell,
and then my junior year. Can it go all the way back? Does it go all the way back to my?
But it goes back. This is their. It shows on here. I know I've seen stats. People saying it's 101st matchup. When I said it was 100 matchup, because on this website it shows Gulfport is 160, Biloxi is 135. So that is 95 plus 4 ties. That comes up with 99. So that's why I said it's 100th. But I've seen twice people say it was 101st matchup. So again, I'm going by what the site said.
And I trust you, man. I trust you.
It goes back to 1908. Their first game is what it's showing.
Tell me what it said in 2003. What was that score?
2003 was 28-24 that Gulfport won. Gulfport has dominated. Biloxi has won in 2020, 2011, 2007, 2005. They've won, the 4 times since 2005. Then you go back, losses on that. So
2003, that was my senior year. I scored the last touchdown in Yankee Stadium. I just want to throw that out there.
Oh,
and then ever, I scored the last touchdown ever. So I can go and I can live with that. Yankee Stadium is a very historical stadium. Yeah. So I scored the last touchdown ever. And then in that 2002 year, what was that score? What you got? And then we're gonna move on.
56-0.
Yeah, so that's what I want to kind of like rub it in a couple of my fellow Biloxi. My dad went to Biloxi High, so I kind of rub it up in his face a little bit too. I scored 4 touchdowns that game, but that's just 20 years ago, man. That's hey, who's counting, man?
Let me see. Yeah, that was and they met one time in the playoffs in 1990. And of course, Gulfport won. Like I said, they've won 60 games, now 61, and Biloxi's won 35. So, but it was kind of a surprise. Again, next week, Biloxi hosts St. Martin, and again, you don't want to go 0-2 in region play, but again, you only need to beat a couple teams to make. There are 6 teams, so you need the top 4, be in the top 4 to be in the playoffs. So, but you don't want to necessarily go 0-2 there. Of course, Gulfport Gulfport goes to D'Iberville. And D'Iberville, of course, lost tonight to Ocean Springs with a running clock, 43-13.
Did y'all bring any? I fell asleep on y'all. I'm gonna be just
We
going
know.
to tell y'all I fell asleep.
We've been on for 2. Oh, you can see the time. 25.
Yeah, you look how Matt trying to do me, man.
But yeah, any stats you want, hey, I'll check. I'll stat check it. That's all.
No. I knew you knew. I was just teasing, man.
Yeah,
I was just
I know
teasing.
you were set. I set you up and you hit it. You hit the tee,
Yeah,
hit it up.
yeah.
So,
But
I
what games have y'all discussed? So we don't keep talking about the same
well, no,
game.
I went through to all the scores and
Okay.
12-3 tonight. Or I lost Poplarville game. But as far as any kind of upsets, I mean, Harrison Central beat St. Martin 17-13. You know, and like, again, St. Martin that's the lowest they've held somebody this year on point wise. And that was they were leading late in that game, if not mistaken. I didn't get to see it, but they ended up losing to Harrison Central 17-13. So that score is kind of surprising. And that for 7A. And like I say, 6 teams in 7A. So 3 of them are 1-0, and Gulfport, Ocean Springs, and Harrison Central. And then you got D'Iberville, and St. Martin, and Biloxi 0-1. So, but no, we went over all the games there, Bazz. I don't know, let me see. Picayune, went back, to scoring 51-14. That was a rainstorm in Pascagoula. PRC almost won tonight. They were on a 9-game losing streak. They're 10 game now. They lost 30-27. They were leading at one point early in the game. Of course, George County, took care of Long Beach 48-7. Hancock, continues to roll 7-0. And then, of course, they'll face George County next week.
That's going to be a good one. That's going to be a good one.
I think, of course, I haven't made my pick, but my initial pick, when teams are that close together, I lean toward the home team. But one deciding factor that may lean me towards George County is defense.
George County has a good defense.
Is struck, but I know, yes, George County has a good defense. Not just tonight, Hattiesburg, Wayne County, even though they lost that one game at Hattiesburg, still to keep them down low in score. But Hancock at home, they're always, they're on fire. Obviously at 7-0. So I don't know what other games you want to go. If we got guests to bring in, Gaucher, was trailing Van Cleve late. Again, Jason Phillips, who we talked to in the pregame, he texted me, called me, but I was busy. Say, hey, Van Cleve's winning. They was late in the game. He was, and then they didn't score. Then two scores later, Gaucher wins 25-14. So
yeah, that's what his ass get. That's what his ass get. Jumping the gun. I got somebody coming on.
Mr. Odom. Mr. Odom.
Yeah,
Mr. Odom. Mr. Odom, you're supposed to put your hand behind your head when you start high stepping.
I was thinking about doing that prime time dance, but I was too tired.
I feel you, man. That time you do 97 yard. 97 yard, man.
Where is that?
Mad at you.
That hand, is that hand big? I mean, you got one-handed. I mean, that's pretty awesome, man.
I knew I was gonna peek. I had to throw some extra sauce on there though.
Hey, Marlon, let me ask you a quick question, man. Hey, you lead now. You're a top 5 in interception now. What I need you to do, I need you to send me a picture you want to put on the leaderboard, man. Because now, I got the regular picture I got of you. Give me a picture when you doing some action and catching a pick or something, man. I need a new pick of you.
I took some I took some good ones tonight on my dog.
Okay,
I got you.
Okay.
Well, tell the fans who's joining us who Mr. Odom is. He's George County.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. He's 3-star athlete. You know what I'm saying? He's a dog. The man is, tell him Marlon, man, play offense, defense. He's traveling hard.
Just trying to do everything to make my team win for real.
I know that takes a lot to play offense and defense. I mean, you must take some plays off, correct?
Yeah, sometimes they'll give me a break, but not all the time though.
Now, after games on the line, you probably didn't take a break the last 2 weeks. Now tonight,
Nah, I ain't take a break. The last week I thought they were gonna call the pass interference call. That it was like I want to say what it was, Bingo. It was before the regulation of like
Yeah, it was right
overtime.
before overtime.
Yeah, right before overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How many receiving touchdowns you got this year also?
I got 3 receiver touchdowns this year.
And how many defensive touchdowns?
I got one pick six, and I got 5 interceptions.
Ooh, my Lord.
I got
Yeah.
I got a fumble recovery. I got like 30 some tackles, and I got like 5 pass breakups.
And how does man not make neither one of them All-Star game, Matt?
Man, I don't know. I saw Coach Ray say that. That was dope.
I don't know. I mean, I know they make them early and make the decision early in the year, where it's only a few games into the season, if not mistaken. Yeah. And so that may be part of why, that he hasn't. But as far as trying to bring up the record book, because I believe, Terrell Buckley had the record, I think, at 13 in the season.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Bob, we started giving out our awards every year, and we name them after legends from the coast. So the defensive back award is named after Terrell Buckley. So I ended up telling him about the award, and he was like, well, hey, I want to do something about it. I want to come either send somebody down there, or if I'm available to come down there, I want to present whoever y'all give the Terrell Buckley award to the best DB. Right now it's looking like Talon Wilson from Pascagoula, Marlon Odom. Marlon took the lead tonight with 5. They were tied with 1 if you look at the Smacker leaderboard.
Yeah.
Yep, I do share that. And he'll have his I don't know, against a good quarterback next week. I'm sure scoping out.
Oh yeah. Hey, he gonna be looking for Dylan, man. Go ahead and tell him, Marlon.
Yeah, it's a long history of him. He trained with Deuce with Wide, so it's a long history of him. So I know, I gotta pick him off a couple times.
See, that's right. So Dylan, like you say, Dylan. See, we didn't. Us regular fans, or even me, I don't know that inside stuff. So but this week, I mean, or any week, you play offense and defense. I mean, this week, you study how much you have to split your time between running off, knowing the offensive plays.
During the week, I go. On Mondays, I be on defense. Then Tuesday, I be on offense. Then on Wednesday, I be on both sides of the ball.
Now we're having Travis Hunter type practice.
Yeah.
And he returned punts.
Yeah, it be crazy. It be crazy that you just be. I be at practice. Then whatever side I be on, they be getting mad at me because I be on this side, the next day, the other side. So I be just talking trash. The east side I'm on.
So that's good though. He just threw an interception tonight. He's only thrown 2 interceptions all season long. So
yeah,
Dylan, he knows you're going to be out there. So, and what number?
What you say again?
What number do you wear?
1.
Number 1. Man.
Gotta be a dog. Gotta be a dog to wear that Uno, man.
Oh yeah. Yes. So you're gonna have to may have to change your jersey number because some more it'll be looking okay. Where's 1? Okay, he's over there.
Yeah.
But no, it's fun. Win or lose, of course you want to win and snap their winning streak. But and it's a region game. Both y'all 1-0. But I mean, it's still when it comes down, it's a game, and that's great that Dylan. Do you know Dylan that much? You have his phone number?
Nah, I already had his phone. I played against him in 7-on-7. He threw a touchdown. He threw like 2 touchdowns to give me a 7-on-7 though. So it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of animosity built up right now. So I got to pick him off.
I gotta pick him off.
Hey, it's gonna be live streamed, so I'm gonna be watching that though.
It's gonna be a pretty tough game. We got to come out there and execute and do. We can't have 5 turnovers like we did against Hattiesburg. So we got to come out there and play ball. It's gonna be a good game though, for sure.
In fact, right now I got the video on. Yeah, I wasn't. You caught it. Oh,
Yeah.
Watch.
Hey, Aaron Underwood,
Not
not
gonna
gonna
happen.
happen, Marlon. She said
Oh
not gonna happen.
yeah. That's what they say though. Everybody got their own opinion though. But I know me and my guys gonna bring to the table.
Uh
Yeah,
oh.
yeah.
Aaron is the play-by-play announcer on the radio for Hancock, so he'll be there. And like I said, I don't know if Aaron can post what Moran had his stats tonight. I exception, but yeah, no, I expect the Underwood to say that and to say, hey,
Yeah.
there's
Hey,
Coach
we got Coach Ray right now.
Coach
George.
Ray.
What's up, guys?
Man, what's going on, Coach Ray? Man, congratulations on the first district win tonight, man.
It's always good to get that first win for sure.
Absolutely. But hey, Coach Ray, what I love about what you did tonight after the win, you made a great argument why Marlon Odom ain't on the All-Star roster, man. I love that from a coach, man, having his kid back, man. Why do you think he didn't get on the roster, Coach?
I don't have any idea. I mean, he deserves. He leads the state in interceptions. He ran one back 100 yards tonight. I mean, he's been doing that all week. And then you add his offensive stats too. I mean, he should have been a shoe-in on one of those things.
Absolutely. I agree with you, Coach. It's somebody always gonna get. Me and Bingo been talking about this for the past 3 years. Like a great player always gets snubbed, man, and
Now, there's only
unfortunately,
so many they picked, that's for
yeah,
sure. There's
and
probably a lot
yeah,
across the state that didn't make it.
right. So we do understand that, but I mean, I know what one game he need to be in. And I don't know if he's gonna be a guest tonight. One of our special guests, Coach Strill, man. I know one game we need to nominate him for the MSA game. So
Yeah, let's make sure he gets in that one.
yeah, we're gonna push. I'm lobbying right now, Coach Strill. Hey, I don't know if your nominations are closed, man. We got a great player, Martin Odom from George County, athlete. And I'll just say that. I'm gonna leave it at that, man.
No doubt. Matt, it's good to meet you finally. I enjoy looking at all your stuff on Facebook every week.
Yes, sir. I appreciate the have. At least they're keeping me on here a little bit longer here tonight. Of course, I'm looking over the stats, and at least you didn't go into overtime. I checked the stats, and I did not find back-to-back overtime games that y'all played in ever.
Ever. Yeah, I don't know if I've done that in my career to play back-to-back weeks in overtime. That's crazy.
Yeah, so to get a running clock tonight, I mean, I know Long Beach puts in the effort, but for you guys to do that tonight was good to get some other players in the game, and like say Odom, had that great. That's why I just watched a video of it. So it a great outcome here tonight. Again, at Hancock, just one of two road games that you have
right.
You can play. So it's going to be. They did put in the turf, so I know it's a little bit different from the grass, but I believe y'all defense may be the difference. I'm not giving no official pick yet.
I hear you.
Y'all to win tonight, so I was correct in that way. As Hancock, I don't know if you knew, Hancock did win after leading 28-14. They won 42-26 with, again, Moran doing pretty good tonight, and he did throw his second interception of the game, of the season. And, their running back, Zach, Goulon, he's another one, got left off the All-Star.
Right.
He's had a great season. So,
yeah,
fortunately, they're going to have players that are going to be left off of that. So maybe again the Magnolia All-Star will pick these players up.
Right. Well, Coach Lawler does a good job, and I know we'll have our hands full. I hadn't even looked at film on them yet. I always enjoyed the win that night, and I'll get to work on that in the morning. But looking for a good game next week. I know he'll have them ready to play.
Yeah, have you made it? You going to Waffle House yet, or
yeah, I just got back not too long ago. Sure did. That's my
Waffle House, the spot.
Scattered and smothered. That's what you. Yes. But yes.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to next week game. Going to Hancock. They have a great environment, great atmosphere, great fan base. I'm looking forward to just going with the county, man. Going over there, trying to come back with that second district win, man. I'm having fun. Being a rebel this year. This is real dope right here. I'm enjoying it.
Well, we're enjoying you being with us, Bingo, for sure.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate y'all for coming on tonight, Coach, man. Y'all enjoy y'all win.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
y'all have a
it.
good night.
Coach, thank you.
Coach.
Thank y'all for what y'all do.
Thank you too, Coach. Thank you, Marlon.
Yeah.
All right.
Who we got up next, boss?
Since 2016, George County and Hancock. So it's been a while. George County's 14-5 against them. So
there you go. Let's give him a round of applause. Coach Lawler, man, undefeated season, man. A great district win, man.
They're gonna add everybody
We're
in.
gonna add everybody. Oh, all right.
We
We
got
got
the whole
Dave.
prime
Okay,
built up
Dave
here
in
now,
there, really.
man. We got Picayune, Hancock Head. We got it all up in here right now, man.
I love it, man. Thank y'all for coming on, man. Thank y'all.
Appreciate you for having us, man. Thank y'all for asking me to be on. I was just
Absolutely.
listening to Coach Reed talk about going to Waffle House. We go to Waffle House in the morning. We go at 4:15 in the morning on Fridays, and we've been on fall break, so it was a little struggle this morning, but we made it. We didn't have school, wasn't regular time, but we all go in the mornings, and they already have our meal prepared when we show up. It's pretty awesome. Ain't many people walk about 4:15.
Hey,
No,
Waffle House, we need to get more sponsorship for Waffle House, man.
Yeah.
All these coaches, man.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, we don't have a sponsorship from them. Believe it or not, I mean,
Man, they slacking, man.
we gotta pitch it out then. We gotta throw that pitch out there for them.
exactly.
Oh, definitely.
So Coach Lawler, when we gonna bring you on, man. We got you on, man. So you're changing the culture at Hancock, man. What are some of the things you have done this season to start off at a 6-0 record?
A couple things with this group. We've been fortunate since I've been head coach. I've had a 10-win season, and we've been fortunate to have won some games in between there and last year being able to make the playoffs. One of the things for this year's bunch though is that they've got a lot of experience coming into it. They've all kind of seen Friday night. They've seen the lights come on. Even the guys that are having to play some kind of major roles for us. Not that sophomores. Some of them are sophomores. I mean, we played a couple of ninth graders tonight. So, but we got guys with a lot of reps under their belt, and that's a good thing. So there hasn't been a knock on wood a moment yet that they haven't been able to understand the importance of and what the situation is. And I think that's huge. Being able to call plays offensively, defensively, or even special teams, which we had to do last week to win.
So appreciate that, Coach, man. Y'all got everything rolling, man. Me and Bingo, I will be in Hancock, man. I gotta enjoy. This is the question I want to ask you real quick, Coach. Who do I need to go talk to for the tailgating? Because y'all have one of the most amazing atmospheres at home. Where do I need to go?
Well, I can tell you right now, it's jokingly, but not jokingly, we actually, we have the brewery that's right across the parking lot from our band facility over there, and they actually do a happy hour like
Oh
pregame.
wow! Oh
Yes,
wow! Wow!
it's kind of you don't see that much in high school football, but it's kind of but now as far as the tents and stuff, if you can roll right up in there. You're gonna know some of them. Some of them be Dylan's parents. They'll be out there.
Oh,
Lonnie,
Donnie. Okay.
yeah, Donnie will be out there. He'll. We have a couple of different sponsors that now have like trailered like grills, they pull behind with their trucks and stuff that are pulled in there. So they usually start cooking about 4:30, and they roll for a couple hours before the game out there, and it just kind of builds. I don't ever really get to see it because it's on the backside of our the home side, but I've seen pictures. Looks like they have a wonderful time, and it's a good environment. It's always fun to go out and pregame and see the smoke kind of rolling over the home side, and you got the pregame music going, kids kind of getting the flow of it. That's fun to see. It's kind of grown over the years. It was kind of something when I first became head coach. I wanted not just our school to be more involved or get heavily involved, but to get the community. And they've done a good job of buying into what we're trying to accomplish. Not just with wins and losses, but making good men out of their kids and this community, making sure we're all kind of successful long term.
Absolutely. Coach, man, we really don't want to keep you all night, man. I know you start off early, man. I want to make sure my guys don't have nothing. Matt and Bingo, do y'all have a question for Coach Lawler before we let him go?
You got something, Bingo?
Oh nah, I talk to Coach all the time on social media, man. I'm just happy to have him on here. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing him in person again next week when I come with the county, George County next week when they come to Hancock. I just want to be. I just want the vibe. I just want to be enjoy the experience. I want the tailgate. I want whoever gonna be on the grill. I need one of them sausages or hamburgers. I just want to come out there and have fun.
Absolutely. That's come on out. I'll make sure. I'll tell you what. I'll make sure Donnie and them know to save y'all one over there. We won't
Oh,
even hold
most
it.
definitely. You know I'm calling Dunn and let him know I'm
Yeah,
coming to town next week, man.
for
Absolutely.
sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I
Coach,
appreciate
man.
it, guys.
Coach,
Y'all
have a good
do a
night,
great
man.
job. I thank y'all. Y'all do a great job. And thank y'all for covering coach football. You know, with Bingo and all y'all, and you know, Matt, you do a great job with all that. And you know, it's always kind of interesting, Matt. You're pretty close on the scores every week, man. So I mean, not that we try to look at it and like, all right, what he predict, you know. We try. I even listen to him on Thursday nights when he's calling the Perk games. I'm like, well, he's gonna say something we might need to hear, guys. So,
Yeah.
so we pay attention, but y'all do a great job of covering coach football, and of course, none of this in our environments would be anything close to what it is if it wasn't for people like y'all. And yeah, we really appreciate that. And that starts in the preseason all the way through, you know, the run, whoever can make the run to December. And that's awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, Coach Lawler, have a good night.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
you,
guys.
Coach.
All right, guys.
Ben Taylor, what's up, Coach?
What's happening? What's happening?
Man, so what Coach just told us what from his perspective of the Hawks this week. So we get to hear from the stands, the peanut gallery from your perspective and how you see it, man. So
And
Man,
Coach Ben, Coach Ben, before you start, you got to do an R&B reference. I love your R&B references. So please
you
tell me you
know,
have one.
I didn't have one tonight, but I can probably
Okay.
come up with one real quick. But man, it was a good environment tonight. You know, I heard the George County coach earlier talk about, you know, what he had 1 or 2 away games being one at Hancock. Man, it seems like we haven't been home all season. I mean, we travel a lot, and so this was another away game from us. But I mean, it was almost like a home game because it's, you know, I mean, just 15 minutes from the house there in the Kill. Man, it was a Hancock came out and it felt like, you know, it was going to be a real easy game, and but West Harrison was able to step up and they answered quickly. So I mean, it's not a bad program. I mean, they actually have a very good program. I think they were missing a key player or two tonight. I know we were missing a couple of key players. One in particular, I think made a really big difference in the game was Bryce Ladner missing on the D line. You know, a lot of West Harrison's significant gains were right up the middle. Which is, you know, one of the hardest places on the football field to run. But, you know, missing Bryce in that position right there really made a difference tonight. And it made, you know, a difference on the offensive side of the ball, too. You know, we had not so stellar blocking for a little bit of the game. Dylan, there's a couple of plays where, I mean, he was running for his life. But, man, being the leader that he is, man, he kept himself composed. Man, hey, look, man, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you look at the statistics of it, all of us aren't going to make it to the NFL, you know, but, you know, if we can produce successful, productive individuals out of the game of football, man, I think we won. And Dylan Moran, no matter what he does in life, man, I mean, he's an outstanding kid. He's a true leader. I really, really like the guy. I really do. So, you know, like I said, he commanded his team tonight. It was a really, it was a chippy game. I know we had an ejection from West Harrison side. You know, I think the refs, and it's my old crew that I used to work on. I'm not working on now because my boys are playing Friday, but they were out there tonight, and just had a hard time trying to keep the game under control. We had a lot of late hits, a lot of personal fouls, a lot of flags thrown. So, you know, the game ended. You know, nobody shook hands or anything like that. We kind of they got the team separated, and you know, it was a high energy environment, but Hancock, man, showed out again, and we live to see another week undefeated. And I think the longer that we go undefeated, the more pressure that there is on the boys. I mean, it's everybody wants that unblemished record, and I think it just kind of adds to to the pressure that they see. So, all in all, man, very good ball game tonight. Very good ball game.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and on the night, 278 yards for 3 touchdowns, and 2 of them, which I'm seeing a highlight here of to Neil Acker. I mean, I was listening to it, but now finally seeing the video of it. I mean, he did throw his 1 interception tonight, which is very rare. His second one just on the season, if not mistaken. But they were hitting tonight. I know West Harrison did, I believe, tie it up if I was listening to it right. But the Hawks were leading 28-14, and of course went on to win 42-26. And this is your third of just 4 home games, not counting the playoffs. Knock on wood there. But so yes, the Hawks really did good tonight. Again, Moran did what he needed to do, and it was just a great night for Hancock. I picked them to win, and they won. Even though West Harrison, like you said, is pretty good. I think they make a 10 for the first time for a playoff spot.
Yeah, I told somebody sitting next to me in the stands earlier, I know I saw a lot of the predictions and everything. They were very close predictions, but, after the first couple, first few minutes of the game, I told somebody, I said, man, this is not going to be a close game. I mean, Hancock's going to run away with this. And, West Harrison proved that to be, untrue. I mean, they had a pretty good game. They fought hard. I mean, it separated in the end, but, it wasn't the blowout that I thought was going to happen in the first few minutes. So, for sure. But yeah. Anyway, y'all come over next week. I'm bingo, man. I'm gonna meet you over at the Lazy Magnolia, like Coach Lawless said.
I'm coming, man. I'm gonna be there early, ready, stomach empty.
No, don't do that. Eat something beforehand, because I don't know if you drink a lot of
trying to get
craft
me
beer.
something to eat too. I ain't gonna even say a lot.
I drink a lot of crap. I like high gravity beer, man. So, when I say high gravity, I mean I like 7, 8, 9% ABV. So,
Yeah.
I'm not messing with the 3%, Bud Light and Mick Ultra and stuff like that. You don't want to drink that on an empty stomach.
Yeah.
We need you.
It's levels to
it. we need you in tip top shape, man. For this game,
man.
So.
I don't want to be out there camera staking. I'm drunk out there on the sideline.
Bingo may try to take down that Brett Favre trophy and put up a.
I would. Now you see me on that.
Oh man.
I'm gonna leave Brett alone, man. Long he don't come for me. But I'm looking forward. I'm ready to come out there. That's gonna be the game next week. I don't right now. That game stick out to me. I don't really know no other game right now that just stick out to me when you think of week 8. But week 8, Hancock and George County. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm a little bit nervous about it.
Yeah.
I got a little bit of jitters about it. I mean, every week gets a little bit harder. I mean, we know that happens when you get in your district play. So
I don't got a dog in the fight. I get to watch it from from a fan perspective, just to see gladiators go at it, man. Like Marlon, we had Marlon Odom on there earlier, man. Marlon said this person, I know Dylan. We grew he was like, man, I want to get it. I'm gonna pick him out.
Yeah. I mean, that's rare. I mean, so if you can do it, I mean, he'll be accomplishing something, man. Dylan hasn't made a lot of errors this season, so I mean, he's in his prime right now, man. And I've watched Dylan, man, since he was in Pee Wee ball, and I mean, he's come a long way. He was a good Pee Wee player, but man,
Dylan Moran versus Deuce Knight next week in a district matchup. Big game.
Yeah, that's a big game.
Yeah, it is.
That's a big game. That's a marquee matchup right there.
Yep.
I see Aaron said, Katie. I see Aaron said your son had an interception tonight. Katie.
Yeah. Dante had an interception right there at the end of the night. So he was hyped up about that, and so and I'm glad he did that, man, because Dante and I have a lot of hard conversations. Dante he's a phenomenal basketball player. He's a very good football player as well, man. But I'm a football guy, and I'm like, man, I want to see some hard hitting back there in the backfield, in the defensive backfield. I'm like, man, I ain't seen you put a pad on nobody yet. And but that's how he's programmed. I mean, you got to get him mad in order to get something out of him. And I told him before the game, I said, man, you need to do something. I said, your coaches might be impressed with you, but I'm not. Of course I am, but
Gotta
so
make it
hopefully,
hard.
yeah. So hopefully it helped out a little bit. So yeah. But yeah, man. So Bay High, y'all saw that game. That was a thrill. I think it came down to the last 9 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a close game.
Yeah. So glad to see. I'm glad to see, man, that maybe they're getting into a stride a little bit. They needed that district win. Maybe build up their confidence. They got a lot of talent on that team, man. I think Coach Turcotte should be able to do something with it. So we'll see what happens, next week with them. But I thought it was a good game for them. So I didn't see anything from SSC tonight. I don't know what stats from the quarterback over there was. Matt, did you see any of that?
For what game?
Stanislaus?
Stanislaus game.
Nah.
I just know that they won, but I have not seen any stats for the quarterback. In fact, that game was 6-0 at halftime for the Rocket Chaw, so that was kind of surprising there. And then they went on to win 23-6. But I don't have any stats for that game for him. But as far as to get back just briefly on the Hancock George County, with Hancock ranked 3rd, George County was ranked 5th, and Pascagoula losing to Picayune. I don't know how the other voters are going to vote, but I would speculate that George County would bump up, and it'll be a 3 versus 4 matchup next week in the coast rankings. And there's no other game. Looking at the schedule next week, there's no game that pops out, as top notch next week. They're all regions, so of course they're all important. But as far as like a Gulfport at Ocean Springs, that's not next week. So next week, the game of the week will be George County at Hancock, and the winner will have at least a share of the region because West Harrison travels to Picayune. One can assume maybe Picayune should beat West Harrison, and Hancock at George County, the winner will be tied for the region lead with Picayune. So it's going to be a great atmosphere at Brett Favre Field next week there.
Yep.
Looking forward to it.
And me too. But yeah, man, that's all I got on this end, man. Other than that Picayune game, man, I want to say, man, Picayune, you mad, bro? Like, why they do that to Drula?
That game was rain. It was pouring down rain. Look, he's still wet.
Yeah, I am wet. I was soaked. I couldn't even get any video out because my phone was so wet. I couldn't even text on it.
Wow.
I gave up.
Yeah,
I was wondering where the highlights was at. My bad, man.
Right.
No, I was watching the live stream, and it was bad, big time.
Yeah, it was rough. It was like a total monsoon, but man, they played great tonight. I mean, I can't say enough about how Picayune played. Coach Stogner in his interview, he called it swagger. They got their swagger back, and I know that's something Bingo would look at him. Yeah, Bingo would agree with. And man, it was terrible conditions, and I think can't be understated. Our special teams tonight, we had 2 block punts. One of them we recovered for a touchdown. One of them was a safety. And then we had a blocked extra point. So special teams was phenomenal tonight. And then conditions kind of played in our favor. A running team facing a passing team and a downpour really played in. And the quarterback for Pascagoula had really bad trouble holding on to the ball tonight. The defense for Pascagoula came out to play. We got the ball. They stopped us on 4 downs and inside the 5-yard line. And then they got the ball back and fumbled the snap on the second play. We were able to get the touchdown. And but Pascagoula's defense played really tough early on. The special teams miscues by Pascagoula really hurt them. I think I think the same team wins. I think Picayune wins in dry condition, but I don't think the score would have been near like that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Nah, Pascagoula is a lot better team than that squad to pick.
Oh.
But it's
Yeah.
fun to poke fun at them because they poke fun at us when we had to poke the bear in 5A, and now it's their turn. So yeah, the joke's on them now.
Well, we did the post game podcast, and I hope this. I mean, it's still early to say, but I hope that it turns out that Ocean Springs kind of woke us up. You know, like that game kind of woke us up, and we're still missing Chris Davis. Like he's still out, and so we didn't have Chris Davis running the ball tonight. But we got other guys that can run it, and Naki Ratcliffe had a great night. Number 5, he plays DB.
Running back.
Yeah, he had 5 carries for 100-something yards. He had one real long run touchdown. So he played really well. And another name I'm going to give y'all, Nolan Smith. He played special teams for us tonight. Big kid. If you watch any of our kickoffs from tonight, you can't miss him. He's like 6'4". He's a sophomore, and he hadn't been playing. And somebody had told me, said, Coach Steidner said, y'all got to get him in because we're going to need him next year. And I want to tell you, a headhunter, he was going down there. I ain't never seen a guy that big be the first guy down on the field. And, I mean, he was laying the wood. Like, it is unbelievable. So he'll be a name to watch out for, a young guy for us that I think is going to really be really, really going to help later in the season, possibly on the D-line, which is a hard rotation to break into because we got a lot of really good guys there. And then but if he can just contribute in special teams like he did tonight, I mean, that would be a big plus for us. Sometimes we do have trouble, making those special team tackles on kickoffs. I know a lot of teams do that. There's a lot of great athletes that get the ball on those kickoffs. It's hard to tackle. And then we got our kicker back, Morgan Kraft. He tore his ACL in baseball season, so we got him back. And we hadn't had him. Did I go off?
No, you're good. You're good.
Everything. So we got him back this week, and it was good to have him back. He's a senior. So, and he picked up a PRCC offer tonight. So after the game.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love to hear that.
Yep.
Dave, quick question. Is Chris Davis, what as far as his health, are y'all expecting him this season, or y'all just going to wait till the playoffs? What do you know?
Man, if I asked tonight, and I think he gets reevaluated around the George County game. So it just depends, I think, on when nobody knows when he'll play or what he'll be limited to. So I think he gets somewhere around that George County game is when he's going to. We'll find out more then, I think. So once George County, but the talk is we should get him maybe the last game or something. Going into the playoffs, could be possibly earlier. But if it's something that they need to hold off on, they'll definitely hold off to the playoffs.
Yeah,
I can tell you, man, as a football guy with that kind of injury, I would say definitely he needs to sit out the entire month of October. Don't come back before October 27th. Just go ahead and keep him out till November.
I don't want to see him.
He done turned into a doctor over here.
Yeah, I mean that from the most sincere place possible.
Yeah, he said, as long as you can play anybody else but Hancock.
Yeah. Well, at first I was like, is he serious? And then when he mentioned, I know we play Hancock last game of the season, and I think that's going to be a really good game. I mean,
it is.
I know I'm happy for Hancock. My son actually played Pee Wee football. All his Pee Wee football was at Hancock. He played baseball here in Picayune, but we lived down there in the Kill for a little while. So, so I always root for Hancock. It's and it's always great to see them have out Coach Lawler, and then having the Lazy Magnolia right there. That's kind of, and then you got the head coach endorsing Lazy Magnolia on here. That is fantastic.
It is.
Just Coach Lawler is a great guy. We've had him on. I think Clay. We were talking about it the other day. Clay said, I think that was his first guest on the Talking Ball Y'all podcast was Coach Lawler. So we've been big fans of Hancock from the start of our podcast, and always. I mean, next week's going to be a great one for George County and Hancock, and that's going to kind of see. I think it's a 3-team race. George County. Well, I mean, Pascagoula could still get there.
second seed, but I don't see them. Picayune would have to lose twice for them to overtake first spot. And but I look forward to the George County and the Hancock matchup. I mean, I'm not discrediting West Harrison and Long Beach, but I think I just don't think they have the horses to compete with Picayune.
Yeah, that's why he was. They play on November 2nd. Of course, it's Thursday, and I call the Bulldog football, and we're at Jones at night. So that last game of the year, this region class plays on Thursday. So fortunately, I'll be missing that game. But yes, Picayune will host Hancock, and that could be obviously for the region title if Hancock can get through there, without a loss and get through George County coming up next. So that would be a matchup there for a region title. That's pretty good. Hancock last region title was 1989, and the only region title. So still games to get there, but look forward to it, and hope Chris Davis can make it back when he's healthy.
In November.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to get out of here, guys. I appreciate y'all, man. I'll see y'all next week.
All right, man. Appreciate you, Coach Bean.
All right.
Well, Dave, who do y'all have next week, man? We ain't going to hold it any longer.
We got West Harrison for homecoming. We got homecoming next week. Play West Harrison. And always look forward to seeing Coach Patrick. I know y'all love Coach Patrick. I've interviewed him twice on the podcast. So one of my favorite guys, and it's going to be tough, but I think they're really going to hang right there with that 4th spot and have a chance to get in the playoffs this year. It's going to be close, and I hope that they can do it this year. He's one of my favorite guys on the coach.
Me too.
We got a lot of great coaches on the coach. I can't.
We do.
And it's fun to see how they interact with you guys on here, and then also it's got to be fun for Matt when they're all talking about how they follow you and been keeping up with him for years, and now y'all got something here with this post game show here that y'all can kind of actually interact with them through this. And like Coach Waller talking about how he's paying attention on Thursday night. I watched the Kurt games too. I watched you and Wayne on the Kurt. Listen to you guys and watch it when y'all got the video. But so it's fun to hear coaches talk about that.
Yeah, yes, it is to see that and to hear that. As far as the game predictions, and like I said, I try to get them right. I'm not necessarily. I went 12-3 tonight, but so yes, it's good to hear Coach Sims when a couple weeks ago I wasn't on the air. I was watching, but when they beat Gaucher and he was in his office and he had that trophy next to him, and that's what I said, to do the post game show tonight. Everybody's fresh, especially the winners, and it was good to see Coach Lewis there from Pascagoula. And then even Coach Lawler here tonight talking about it, after a win and what he looks forward to. So to get these coaches' reactions, we never had this. And being on Bazz as even the pregame show and now the postgame show. And like I said, we had mentioned about maybe doing it on Saturday mornings to see if we have more viewers. We'd have a little bit more time and it's not as late. But I also know people are driving home or at home, coming from Waffle House and are excited about the win, and playing. And hey, I want to don't let it end yet. So, and that's why I don't look at next week's games until next week. Tomorrow. Okay, next week they play. No, let's enjoy tonight's win, and teams winning, and look forward to it. So yes, this has really brought the coast up to the next level. This post game show like this as it is, and glad you can make it, Dave, and the video you put out, even though it was raining. I know it was big time raining on you.
Yeah. Well, thank guys for letting me get on tonight. I always love watching y'all stuff, and it's also good on the coaches that a lot of them have been so cooperative and have really, really embraced what we've all been doing. I know Matt's kind of the godfather to all this.
Right.
Started all this a long time ago, so it's nice to see what he started and the little pieces that all of us have been able to add. And And like Bingo always says, the coach got something to say, and we've been saying it. And I think, I appreciate y'all guys shining this light.
Now,
Absolutely. Thank you for coming, Dave. Thank you for coming, Dave. Always. Thank you for coming. Appreciate
Yeah, and I might. It ain't a far drive to that Lazy Magnolia on Friday. I might still get
I'm gonna be there.
Then come back
going.
for homecoming.
I'm going, man. I'm gonna be there Friday. Coach Lauder done co-signed it. I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you some hamburgers, man. All right, Dave.
All right,
man,
Dave. Talk to you later, bro.
All right.
All right. I know we don't went over our hour, man, but we got 2 players we want to bring on, man.
All right.
Let's see.
Man, we got Benny the Batman. Benny, why they call you Batman, dog? So go on. That's the first question.
Because I'm built like one.
You know, we got Benny and Jalen from Bay High, man. These probably they're skilled players, man. Thank y'all for coming on. Man, y'all talk about y'all. Benny, you go first, Batman. I'm gonna call you Batman. You go first and talk about the game tonight y'all had.
Oh man, it was a crazy game. I didn't even know it was gonna rain, but first half of the game, a lot of 3 and outs. You know, our defense was dominant. Their defense was dominant. We couldn't get nothing going on offense. They got us twice. The second quarter, they got us twice on 2 touchdowns, and we went back inside. We got our heads right, came outside, and we just won the game. That's all I can say.
Jalen, how it look for you tonight, man? Like, how did the game look for you in your eyes?
First and second quarter, it was pretty bad. The rain was stopping us. We had a whole bunch of fumbles. Quarterback couldn't get it under snap, but we started getting it. And then went inside. Our coach got on to us. You know, we started getting in our heads, started thinking about what we needed to do. Went out, did what we had to do.
That's good, man. Y'all won a close one, man. It was like 9 seconds left. Y'all scored.
Yes.
So, I mean, I know that was scary, man. So I'm glad y'all could pull it out. But I wanna ask you this, Jalen. What do you eat for breakfast this morning, man? Because it seems like every Friday morning somebody's cooking breakfast for y'all. I see you posting pictures.
Oh.
What's it for breakfast this morning, man? Let me see what you ate.
This morning I just had a muffin and then went to Burger King and got some food.
Okay, you didn't get the home cooked meal. It looked like you be getting the home cooked meal. The picture I saw you put on Facebook one time. So I mean, when somebody's mom tagged you into it.
Oh,
and
yes.
y'all were eating breakfast. Okay, I got you, man. Who y'all got next week?
Green County.
Oh, okay. All right, Green County. They on the off week. You know them boys gonna be ready for what y'all gonna do, man.
Yes, sir. You ready? Hey.
We're gonna be ready.
I'm already ready for next week.
Man, I hear you, man.
I'm already ready.
Man, I already know y'all locked in. Batman, Jalen, man, I appreciate y'all for coming on, man. We ain't gonna hold y'all. We know let y'all enjoy y'all win tonight, man. We just glad y'all could come on, man.
Yes, sir.
Y'all keep balling. We want to kind of make this occur. We want to keep seeing y'all faces, man. We want the coach. We want everybody to see the coach got something to say. We want y'all to always be a reoccurrence on here, man. So we want to brag about what y'all done in these games, man. So keep balling.
Yes, sir.
I thank y'all for having me.
Man, no problem, man. No problem.
All right, fellas.
All right.
Yeah, that game there, I was looking because I had that James Spann II who was tagging me with 9.2 seconds left in the game. Bay scored another touchdown, a 2-point conversion is good, 37-34, and that's what they won. Well, heck, it was 34-37. 34-29. Moss Point was winning with 3:28 left in the game. And then that's when a little bit later, with 9 seconds left in the game, Bay High scores and goes for 2 to make it 37-34. It's the first time they beat them. And I saw on Facebook, I don't know if they did it on my page where I wrote they were 16-1. The only win for Bay was a 19-29, and they put the 16-2 and, dusted that. So that's good there. And like I said, Batman, yeah, you became with a name like that. I believe I have a star card out with him, but Bay High, getting it done tonight at Moss Point. And I picked Bay High, so I'm glad they won. But again, nothing against Moss Point and coach. I mean, they put in their effort too. But I had it 42-22, so 37-34, 37-34, Bay High wins. So But yeah, so
Tough
another
loss.
great night with not just coaches, but from Talking Ball y'all and then their podcast that they do, and just a team effort, total team effort, by us to shine the light on these players. And again, appreciate having me on here, and then the coach,
Absolutely, Matt.
that come on here. Maybe we shine the light, get some of these players on some all-star teams, at least on Magnolia, that have really showed up.
Yeah, I enjoyed tonight, man. Coach football was for week 1 of district play. It was everything you could imagine what you wanted. I still haven't had time to sit down and watch Friday night the Friday Night Lights show on WXXV and WLOX. I still got to watch both of them. I haven't had time to digress and do none of that. I watch everybody's stuff because the coach got something to say. We all support each other. Like
Right.
it's like we all know it now, and we're all in one big cohesive, and we love it, man. Like we own.
Yep.
Absolutely.
It is, and this is just game 1 of it, or week number 7. Still got 4 weeks to go, or so, 4 or 5 weeks.
That look better. We're gonna try to do it that pregame show on a Saturday, but like I said, everybody was asking about it tonight. We kind of went. We didn't know what we really were trying to do. We kind of was unorganized today, but you wouldn't know it unless we told you. But it's all love and it's real. I tried to get Sherrod. Ocean Springs must be they handled the Ivoryville and they was like, we done for the night. I was trying to get somebody on here, but they gone. So maybe I had to do that another day.
We're gonna get Ethan Galloway next week, man. We'll get him on there from the Stanislaus. We'll get him on the show next week. But man, we got to make sure we salute Matt first.
Oh yeah, got to salute Matt, man. Hey man, Aaron Underwood, funny man. I love having him on the show, man. Yeah,
Miss Aaron,
I'm gonna be there.
We're gonna be there. We're gonna be there, Miss Aaron.
I'm gonna be there. I'm
gonna be there. I gotta see that game, man.
You ain't got to worry about that. She said, yes, it's gonna be a duel. Deuce versus Dylan. Man, star power. That's Marquis.
That's a big game. Yeah. Game of the week.
Definitely got the vibes.
I mean, you can go to the game, but if you want to know who wins Thursday, I'll tell you who wins, and you don't have to go to the game.
Yeah. Then you got Richard Davis said, dang refs at the West Harrison versus Hancock game let the game get way out of hand, too chippy. Oh yeah, I gotta watch it. I gotta hit my boy Coach Quincy Patrick up, man. Man, what happened tonight, man? Hey, but that West Harrison team, that's a sneaky team, man. That team that's a trap game type team.
They didn't have their leading rusher tonight too. They did not have him tonight. Jordan Stapleton didn't play tonight. So
who autograph you want? You want Bazz or you want Matt Stats?
Matt Stats is that's the legend.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna tell you who come and took a picture with me at work, but anyways,
look, is that West Harrison might be the 4th seed.
They definitely.
Who's gonna be your 1, 2, and 3? I want to hear that. Like,
George County, Hancock.
I made my projections. The other day they're posted on Facebook. I would have to see who I posted, but you go ahead with your projections on. That's what we should have had was a projection show.
We'll set it up. Quincy had to run on the field. Coach Quincy had to run on the field and drag his players off. But hey, this
in the air.
Hey,
it's football season. The board gonna be a little blood gonna be boiling a little bit deeper, man. You trying to get to the playoffs.
Playoffs? Yeah. There go my boy Jason. How about Sherrod Chopper is back on the field for Ocean right now? I know
that's good to hear. That's good to hear.
But hey, he's one of he's one of the hottest recruits in the state of Mississippi, hands down. Like he already committed to Tennessee as a 10th grader. This man is gonna be. I'm going big on as a 10th grader. I already feel good about it. As a 10th grader, just seen varsity play for real tonight. Man, come on, y'all better stop playing with Big Chop, not the little one, man. I love it, man. Coach got all kind of stuff to say, man.
Of course, fans know that's his nickname. That's not his name, but that's what they call him. And they called him on the broadcast. Like I said, the first time he touched the ball in the kickoff, he put it all the way about the 20-yard line at the Ivoryville, and that was all she wrote. But if that
kid got speed, you can't.
Chopper style, chopper style.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
She said Hancock and Picayune,
Yep.
George County, West Harrison, or East. Nah, it ain't no either or. Which your foe? You said West Harrison gonna be your foe. So I'm trying
That's
to
a
figure out
tough.
what George County, Picayune, and Hancock gonna be it.
That's a tough district, boy.
I like I say, I made my projections and it's on Facebook, and I read that, again, I have Picayune win the region, Hancock in second, though, and I put in these words, though something just says Pascagoula will somehow grab that second seed. They
Yeah.
somehow
Hey,
rise.
yeah.
But
Hey, much as I talk,
George and Pascagoula making the playoffs, and that leaves Harrison and Long Beach out of the playoffs, as 4 make the playoffs and 2 don't. So that's where I stand at. So, but yes, we like other people's opinion. Don't get me wrong. Give me one more week. Oh, he needs one.
Hey, I give Pascagoula hell all the time. Everybody know that it's out of love, but their team ain't sorry. Don't let that score tonight fool y'all. Like, that team is not bad. You look at that rain. The Tide brought a tide with them. Just put it like that.
Right.
The Tide brought their own tide with them tonight.
It did. I watched, just like he had said earlier, that when I thought they were fixing to score, and Pascagoula had the ball, and the next thing I know, twice Silas, unfortunately, in the shotgun, got it and dropped it. It was wet, and that cost them some points, and it just got out of control there. But yes, Pascagoula next week at Long Beach. Long Beach, got beat by George County tonight, but they put up some points over the season. So we'll see what Pascagoula. That's a must win there. Pascagoula to go 0-2 again in region play.
Oh, yeah, they'll get their lick back next week. They'll get back and build them up, man. They'll be straight next week. No shot at Coach Massey and his Bearcats is just, right now, everybody is trying to get their footing under them. So Pascagoula got their footing under them.
Hancock went through what Long Beach is going through. They had to take them lumps.
Long Beach, Hancock has the coast's longest losing streak. So they had 32 games they lost in a row.
Mm-hmm. So you got to take your lumps.
Fell short of that, and that one team that's in between it, which I don't have off the top of my head. So yes, Hancock was there, and so you can. And Long Beach, have been at the top before. This team, some teams stay more consistent, and other teams, have bigger lower valleys than high top. So, but yes, Underwood, I'll be there. I'll be watching on the live. They say home stream the live game. I was slightly y'all talking about burgers and
I'm going.
Yeah, I'm in there. I already made my mind up. I know how that food smell when they in Hancock.
I'm going.
That food smell good. I'm in there.
I called a high school game. In fact, for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, in the stands there many years ago, I called a Hancock game on the radio when I did high school football. So I've been there and took pictures with Brett Favre. He stood there like a statue, which he is. But
literally.
Yeah. Per field. So yes, that's the game of the week. Next week, 2 top 10 teams, 2 top 5 teams going at each other next week, from all indications what it is, after tonight. So it'll be good. Maybe do that college game day. You'll have the band there and you're blowing up the pregame stuff. But
we're gonna have the coach football pregame team. We're gonna be there. We're gonna go put on a live show there. We're gonna go tailgate with them. We're gonna, I'm gonna bring my Bingo Media vlog there, man. I'm going to kick it with the Hawks, man. I went one time and I fell in love with it. And I was back when I was coaching in Goshen in 2019. And I was like, ooh, I couldn't even focus. And I'm going to tell you, it's Hancock, man, because he got Chippy out there at that game. We got into it with them in that game. It's Hancock now that I'm thinking about it, man. Oh, rough-ass crowd, man. I'm going to kick it with them, though, next Friday.
I'm going to be there, man. To make a special trip. I usually don't. I get more done here at the headquarters, but
yeah, I agree. I get it.
Sometimes I make it out, but hey, I may make it out.
Next week, Underwood, we're gonna bring you on as a guest on the show. We got to get some laughs out of you. We're gonna bring you on that's gonna be too funny.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
might go. Hey, Underwood, I might sneak in the booth up there with you or something. Just have a
man.
brief. I might just
Yeah.
sneak in the booth with you, man. You do a
Right.
great job.
That Hattiesburg try, boy, Hattiesburg try to fight everybody. Hattiesburg up there trying to fight George. I
They
literally
fought good
sit
for it.
right there and watch. I ain't no snitching, but I'm grown, so I'm snitching. I seen the kid from Hattiesburg literally hit the kid from George County in the eye like this, and then spear him like eggs or Goldberg. Just lift him up off the ground and just got on top of him. And then,
Now,
bro, what crazy? I even seen some Hattiesburg coaches putting their hand on some George County kids. So I got in the
Oh,
scuffle. If you go look at my vlog that I just released today or last week, I put the fight on there. It's on
I
there.
gotta look at it. I gotta look at it now. See, I
You'll
ain't see
see me in the scuffle pulling these big ass Hattiesburg kids out.
that.
And one of the coaches, I don't know if I see the guy, cause like Coach Ray said, we're gonna see them in the playoff again. I remember that coach, I got his face embedded in my, he gonna look at me, hey man, get your hand off my player, man. Get your player, man. That player down there knocked my camera out my hand, man. I wasn't studying that, man.
and
The
that
Hattiesburg,
You
yeah.
stupid, man.
was during the handshake, right? They were trying to handshake, leaving, and
Go look
them
at
both
my
teams
blog. It's on my page. Go look at my blog. You'll
are
see the
I'm gonna go
whole
look
fight
at
at
it.
the end. You're gonna see
I'm gonna go
me
look at it.
in the scuffle at the end. Drop my camera, man. Crazy.
and both teams are on probation. So if something should happen, they cannot play in the playoffs if they should make it. So hopefully
Crazy.
both teams will, especially George County, will behave, which I'm sure they will. And so yeah, unfortunately that happened. So
Richard said he gonna see us there. He'll be there. Donnie the man, boy. When your son QB1, your name get dropped like it ain't nothing. You the man in your city, baby.
That is a man.
Donnie the man, boy. Oh yeah, he gonna buy. Don't think Bazz ain't gonna come up now. He
I'm gonna
coming.
come up on him, man. I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to come up
Bazz
on that,
coming.
man.
I like to be on that field. You know.
Yeah.
yeah, that's where I usually go on the sideline and go. Last game I went was last year with Ocean Springs Goshen in the Jamboree.
Yeah. Say
A
Donnie
lot
was
of
the man we
yeah,
played against.
you
Say
know,
it
Dunn
passed
played at
it
Ole
trick.
Miss. He played
Yeah,
at Ole Miss, man.
it trickulated on down to his boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all love, man. We coming next week on the wood, so go ahead and have the red carpet rolled out for your coach football pregame, postgame crew, cause we coming through, you know.
Yeah,
So
man.
y'all know how it is. This Bazz and with the Bazz, Bingo, and Matt show. This shit gonna turn into something. So y'all better get with it now, because when it get big, you know, we gonna be the Migos on y'all. Offset, Take Off, and Quavo, you know.
Man, you stupid,
Oh,
man.
Yeah.
here
All
we
right,
go.
signing out, fellas. We'll
All
see
right, man.
y'all
I'll
next
see
week.
y'all.
All
All
right.
right.
All right.